Adopt a zero-tolerance approach to corruption. Welcome to our anti-bribery policy session. The Singapore government has zero tolerance to corruption. It has established a legal framework by ensuring a culture of integrity in order to prevent and counter corrupt practices. We, CIL and its subsidiaries, have also adopted a zero-tolerance approach to corruption, supported by our framework which comprise effective policies, a code of conduct, a whistleblowing policy and procedures, and disciplinary actions in the event of noncompliance. We are committed to saying no to bribery, as a business using corrupt practices is a business not in control of itself. Our anti-corruption program. We are launching our anti-corruption program with a series of training sessions for you to understand our policies that we have put in place. Today, we are starting with Part 1 on our anti-bribery policy. Objectives. There are 6 key objectives in our anti-bribery policy at CIL. Objective 1. Zero tolerance commitment. We are fully committed to zero tolerance for bribery in any form, whether direct or indirect. Objective 2. Building a trust-based culture. Our goal is to foster a culture of trust and accountability, where bribery has no place. Objective 3. Ensuring a clean business environment. We strive to protect our company and employees from risky and compromising situations by maintaining a clean business environment. Objective 4. Enhancing reputation and morale. By eliminating bribery, we enhance our company's reputation, boost staff morale, and make CIL a preferred business partner, thus strengthening our competitive edge. Objective 5. Promoting fair and honest practices. We establish fair and honest practices through clear rules and principles for all employees and business partners. Objective 6. Upholding ethical conduct. Everyone at CIL is expected to act ethically and adhere to our code of conduct. We shall uphold these principles and ensure a fair, transparent, and successful business environment at CIL. What are the risks arising from bribery? I want to highlight the critical risks associated with bribery and our responsibilities in addressing them. Concealed nature of bribery. Bribery is often hidden, making it difficult to prevent and detect. We must not turn a blind eye to illegal activities. If you become aware of any corruption, it's your duty to report it. Consequences of uncovered bribery. If bribery remains uncovered, our company could face severe legal penalties, imprisonment for responsible individuals, and significant financial and reputational losses. Global legal implications. Bribery is a criminal offense in most countries. Even in countries without anti-bribery laws, we must adhere to our code of conduct and always say no to bribery. Let's work together to uphold our values and protect our company from the risks of bribery. What are the benefits of implementing anti-bribery policy in CIL? You play an important role in maintaining our ethical environment. 1. Why it matters. Your dedication is key to sustaining the high ethical standards we value. By following our values, you are the ones that will create a positive environment, fostering trust and collaboration. 2. Your efforts count. Each of you play a vital role in upholding our ethical standards. Every action you take and every decision you make helps shape our work environment. Your commitment ensures we maintain a positive and respectful work environment. Your commitment protects us from legal troubles and keeps our licenses safe. 3. Control over decisions. By not engaging in bribery, we ensure that our business decisions are based on merit and in the best interests of the company. We stay in control of our choices rather than letting payers or receivers of bribes influence our direction. 4. What will be the collective impact? Our combined efforts will reinforce a culture of transparency and respect. By staying ethical, we become a trusted supplier for big companies, and a strong record of integrity helps us stand out and improves our chances of winning tenders from the government. Is corruption a form of bribery, or is bribery a form of corruption? Let's look at the definition from Wikipedia. Corruption is a form of dishonesty undertaken by a person or an organization, or abuse of power for one's personal gain. Corruption includes bribery and embezzlement. Therefore, bribery is a form of corruption. We shall now discuss our strict no bribery policy. We strictly prohibit bribery. What is bribery? Offering, promising, giving, demanding, or accepting any advantage to influence business decisions. Includes both direct and indirect advantages. Who is covered? Our team, subsidiaries, joint ventures, agents, representatives, consultants, brokers, contractors, suppliers, and employees. Others, public officials and their associates, political candidates, private sector employees, and third parties. Some examples of bribery: bribing a public official for a contract, offering gifts to clients to win business, accepting rewards for directing business to specific suppliers. Bribery challenges our employees' ethical conduct. We, the employees of CIL, should comply with our ethical code of conduct by not offering or demanding any bribe from anybody, such as suppliers, customers, during our course of employment. Our definition of bribery. CIL prohibits bribery in any form. We do not directly or indirectly offer, promise, or give money, demand, or accept any pecuniary interest or benefit, such as watches, jewelry, etc., in exchange to secure a contract or close a deal or avoid being penalized by any authority for business purposes. Our guiding principles. Our commitment. We do not engage in or tolerate bribery. We prioritize integrity and transparency in all business dealings. Together, we can ensure a fair and ethical business environment. Our guiding principles. Our commitment. Integrity, transparency, and honesty. Integrity. We are dedicated to doing what is right, even when it is difficult. We resist the temptation of bribery and corruption. Transparency. We build trust through openness and transparency in all our actions. Honesty. By saying no to corruption and being upfront in our dealings, we uphold our commitment to honesty. Let's continue to build a strong foundation of trust and integrity in all that we do. Transparency is essential. Corruption involves receiving, soliciting, or offering any form of gratification with the intent to influence or reward a favor in a dishonest manner. Forms of gratification include monetary bribes such as cash or financial incentives, sexual acts, sexual favors, or sexual relationships, property such as gifts of property or other physical assets, promises such as future benefits or commitments, services such as provision of other services as a reward. In exchange for such gratifications, an individual might seek corrupt exchanges which may involve unfair business advantages, such as preferential treatment or unfair competitive advantage, confidential information, access to sensitive or private data, special privileges which are exclusive rights or benefits not available to others. The role of transparency. Transparency is essential for fighting corruption, as it helps those in authority to hold all individuals accountable for the common good. What is transparency? Transparency involves who, identifying the person or persons involved. Why, understanding the reason or purpose behind the action. What, requesting detailed information about the specific matter. How, clarifying the method or process. For example, is there a payment involved? Is it provided for free? How much? Knowing the cost or financial implications. By addressing these questions, we can ensure greater clarity and accountability, thereby reinforcing our commitment to integrity and ethical standards. Transactions carrying heightened risks. Our anti-bribery policy for the CIL group of companies identifies 6 types of transactions that carry heightened risks. How do we mitigate these risks? Our employee collective actions. As an employee, we trust that you will adhere to our code of conduct and commit to the established policies and procedures. Your actions are crucial in maintaining strong and effective internal controls, thereby significantly reducing our exposure to corrupt practices. The importance of good internal controls. Accurate records, adherence to standard operating procedures, SOPs, audits, and robust checks and balances are essential components of effective internal controls. These practices help us detect and address irregularities promptly. Maintaining proper transaction records with accurate and complete information is crucial. Ensuring that these records are readily available for inspection at any time promotes transparency and accountability. If you detect any suspicious behavior, irregularities, or non-compliance with SOPs, we strongly encourage you to report it immediately. This allows us to investigate and implement preventive or corrective measures without delay, ensuring the integrity of our operations. Let's look into some case studies relating to our code of conduct. Case study 1 is on gratification in form of loans. It happened to our Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, in 2008, in which an SAF captain breached his trust. It happened throughout a duration of 8 weeks. It is related to a contractor giving gratification in the form of loans to the SAF captain in exchange for confidential information on our military projects to help the contractor to secure his business opportunity with SAF. The SAF contractor was jailed for 8 weeks. Case study 2 is on the fine line between tradition and corruption. It happened with various chefs in well-known Chinese restaurants and hotels that traditionally received commissions from their seafood supplier, ranging from small amounts of 200 to 24,000 Singapore dollars in return for showing favors in selecting the supplier. Receiving a commission from an external party in a personal capacity is tantamount to accepting a bribe. These chefs were jailed. Case study 3 is relating to receiving of gifts. While the public sector adheres to its own code of conduct, we have established our own code of conduct to guide our practices. When offered complimentary items such as air tickets, tickets to musical shows or football matches, or hotel stays from external parties like customers, suppliers, or bankers, accepting them without proper declaration can be considered obtaining gratification, which constitutes a form of bribery. Therefore, it is crucial to report such offers to the admin department for necessary declarations. Additionally, inform your supervisor, line manager, head of department, or division head to assist in their decision-making regarding the acceptance or rejection of these corporate gifts. CIL strictly prohibits bribery in any form and maintains a zero-tolerance policy towards gratification used as an inducement to advance business interests. When giving or receiving corporate gifts of small value, below 200 Singapore dollars, please ensure you adhere to our internal policies and procedures to maintain compliance and uphold our ethical standards. We must be upfront and transparent. Therefore, always think of the impact and consequences of how your actions might be received, not only on the organization, but also on yourself and your family. Ensuring your actions do not give the impression of seeking or offering improper gratification is critical for maintaining integrity and trust in all business dealings. Upholding ethics is a collective responsibility. Employees' ethical commitment reminds us that every decision, big or small, reflects our integrity. It's about choosing what's right, even when no one is watching, ensuring our success together. Working in an ethical company is not just about following rules. It's about being part of a community that values and supports each other. By acting ethically, we build trust, respect, and transparency in our workplace. Your commitment helps us build a workplace where we can all thrive. Staying clear of bribery not only keeps us to be in control of our business decisions, but also protects our financial health and reputation. What do we require from you after this training? We request for your acknowledgement that you have read and understood and will comply with our anti-bribery policy. Upon your declaration, any person failing to comply will result in disciplinary action, up to and including termination from employment. CIL supports you in managing corruption. We have open communication channels, resources for guidance, and a supportive environment where you can report conflicts without fear of retaliation. In the first instance, you may report to your immediate supervisor, line manager or HR department, CEO or audit and risk chairman, or alternatively, via the whistleblowing email. We thank you very much for your commitment.